Good morning and welcome to yet another episode of My PA Dream. Today is Wednesday, day 21 of the build schedule at Villa FELIZ. And today, as you know, yesterday when I left, they were finishing up some of the rebar for the tie beams inside there, and we have a little bit of that needs to be accomplished. I'm hoping that maybe today we'll get most of that done, and we can start moving on to actually doing some of the form build. Remember yesterday they took home 15 sheets of the plywood, and they were going to cut. I don't know if they did it overnight or if they're going to do that this first thing this morning, then bring that in. So pretty soon we're actually going to start seeing some forms go around some of those rebar. So we got that on the schedule. Also, we might have a scheduled visit by our friends and fellow subscribers from Lucena, and that's going to be Adrian and his wife Connie. So I'm looking forward to seeing those guys, and I hope they have a safe trip and I'll make it up here okay, because actually they don't have a vehicle, and what they're going to do is they're going to try to catch public transportation all the way up here. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go see if I can find my friend Dog back here, and give him one of the treats that I got from Handyman yesterday. So anyway, let's get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Hey Dog, look what I got for you. Look what I got for you. What? You like? Do you think you like it, huh? Yeah? Yeah? Aw? Yeah? Is it? Okay, is that good? Okay, I'm gonna leave him to chewing on that for a while. Hopefully he likes that. Morning! Morning, Roy! I got a present for you. What's that? Something I need to refill when I come back later on today. Oh, let Michelle know I forgot to stop by for the rice, and today when I come back, I need to refill those, and I need to get some rice. Okay? All right. Have a great day. Morning.
Morning, Jay.
No, I just ate. How are you, Tess?
Hi.
What are you cooking tonight?
Oh, chicken adobo. Chicken adobo.
Chicken adobo. Chicken adobo. I tell you what, make one. I might be a little late. It might be like, you're still here at 6 o'clock?
Yes.
It might be a little late, so just put me some on the side. Yes, please. All right, thanks. I'll see you later on. But I really got to get some things to put on the shoulder here to put this camera on. It's because you've missed so much of the neat stuff that just happened. I just walked through town. I don't know if it's because, if you see up here right now, it's really cloudy and it's very, very nice and cool. The climate is really great. And I was walking through, and there's like everybody in the town rushing out to their front door to wave hi as I'm walking by and things like that. And maybe, like I said, I don't know. Maybe it's because of the temperature is so cool right now, and everybody's happy when it's kind of cloudy and things like that. Or maybe it's because everybody's just really happy here all the time. I'm gonna go with the latter. Well, I'm running just a little bit late this morning. As you can see, it's just a little bit later than I'm normally get started out here. And oh yes, I forgot my watch again. So I don't know. Does when you turn a certain age, do you start forgetting things? Because I seem to be forgetting a lot of things lately. I don't know. Has anybody ever seen anything like this before? You see this? It's like a coconut tree. It's like the very top of a coconut tree. And like somebody cut it off and they planted it in the ground. This still, you see all the coconuts on this thing? I don't know. I got an inquiring mind. Okay, well, I just got into development, and I briefed the guards that we might have some guests in today. I let them know that Adrian and Connie might be coming to visit. So they're all good on that. And if they do make it here, what I will do is I will meet them at the guard check, and I'll give them a little bit of tour of the real-time tour of the subdivision and some of the lots they have out here. So I'm going to head on out to the site and see where we are on the build this morning. Good morning. How are you today? I just got stopped, and that's Jimmy and Dirty over my shoulder right there. And I was walking to the site, and they actually stopped me. And we had a really nice long chat, and I thought Jimmy was the master gardener here, and he actually is. And that was in the house that I showed on maybe 4 or 5 episodes ago. That really big house has got the beautiful palms and the wonderful decorations around the house. Well, Deirdre is actually Jimmy's mentor. And he let me know that right away. He said, no, I learned everything from Deirdre over here. And Deirdre's the one that's working this garden right here. And then Deirdre runs outside, and he's like, you want some lettuce? So you see the lettuce here? Look how beautiful and healthy the lettuce is. And I'm like, do I want lettuce? Yeah. So he's gonna make me a package up of lettuce this afternoon when I'm heading back from the site. And I'll add that to the lettuce that I got from SM yesterday, and I'm going to make up my own. Did you see all the ingredients that I picked up? Well, the ingredients that I picked up yesterday were actually for the salad dressing. The salad dressing is so expensive over here, and so is salad. When you go to the mall, whether it be SM or Robinson, and you go into their grocery stores, I don't know why, because I don't think salads are such a big staple product like we use in our diet back in the U.S. So the prices are very high, and when you're looking at salad dressings here, the salad dressings are actually like, for instance, if you get Wishbone over here, again, it's an import, but all of them are expensive. If you get Wishbone in the standard size, not the big one, not the tiniest size, but the middle one, it's around 250 pesos, which is what, almost $5. So it's between $4 and $5 for a really small bottle. So my wife said, no, don't buy that. So she sent me a recipe to do an Asian dressing with the ginger and all the little stuff. Maybe I'll post that as well. So that's what I was shopping for yesterday when I was getting those items at the Robinson Market. So anyway, let's press on and get out to the site, and maybe tonight I'll have a salad along with Tessa's adobo. She's cooking for me tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot. This is again, for those of you who didn't see the episode where Jimmy was working out inside the garden. This is the house that Jimmy takes care of right here, and it is immaculate. I want you to see his garden and the grass that they have here. I want you to see that this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this kind of grass, and I want you to see his garden. You see this garden here? And he's got basically, he has 2 gardens in the back. And that's the other thing. You see the lettuce here? The lettuce right here? And he's got new stuff growing over there, and a beautiful Bahi Kubo in the back. But so if Dirty is his mentor, then I will tell you, I want him to be my mentor as well. I want a garden like that. Man, I love these little white butterflies that I'm starting to see like every morning now. this morning, again, beehive of activity on the site here. And as you can see, the lumber I showed you, the forms, they did pretty much exactly as I predicted. They either did it last night when they got back or early this morning, and they cut parts of the forms that go inside. It didn't look exactly like the amount that would be for 15 sheets, and maybe they're cutting some more, or maybe I didn't look at it quite right. I'll take a look at it in a minute anyway. So as you can see, they're still piling up. They're still piling up cocoa lumber from pull it out of the woods. And as you saw as we were walking in, there were still several piles that are on the side of the road that it's actually cocoa lumber that we actually purchased from the subdivision here. So yeah, everything's going great, and I think I'm gonna go hop into Bahi Kupo for a minute. Well, anyway, I want to pass on this morning while I got a break here, and there's not really much attention that I need to do out there. My contractor's not here right now, but he left instructions for what everybody needs to do here on the job site, as he usually does. And they're actually doing most of the tie beam stuff. Like I said, I'm hoping that we see most of today's Wednesday. I'm hoping that we see most of the tie beams all done between now and tomorrow. And then I think they're actually going to start doing some of the formwork, which will be great because I can't wait to see that concrete get poured. Because the next step after that is actually we're going to have a basement floor before you know it, probably next week. I don't want to be too optimistic though. So I just wanted to mention, when I got home last night, it was a little bit late. It was around, I don't know, it was late. It was later than normal because of course I stopped and ate over at Dennis's place. I had the Lomi special, which again, it was phenomenal. And then Dennis actually gave me the ride back home yesterday. And then when I got back, I did the video editing because I didn't have my laptop out here yesterday, so I had to do everything back at the apartment. And I don't know if you know it, that sometimes video editing is kind of a challenge because my normal day-to-day when I am out here on the site and traveling, especially when I travel in town and do things that are a little bit off the beaten track, I'll have upwards of around 130 clips. I had like 134 clips yesterday. So there are a lot of video clips that I have to toss, or I have to shrink, or for whatever reason to get it down into an acceptable amount of time for me to load these things up on YouTube. Well, anyway, it was a late night last night, and I think I didn't get it out until, I think it was after midnight when I got it out. And of course I get up at 4:30. And the reason I get up at 4:30 is because most of you know that I have to get up before the school kids get up, because at that point, once they get up and start taking showers and baths and everything like that, there's no water for me to take a shower. So, but I think the folks of Anilau are on to me now. I probably shouldn't have even brought it up here on YouTube because I got up this morning at 4:30 and I went to go take my shower, and the water pressure was pretty low, and it was downright out by right about 5 o'clock. And so I wasn't able to wash dishes or anything like that with the regular tap water after I cooked this morning. And I had to use my bucket O water, which is not a big deal, so I don't mind doing that. This morning, I just wanted to mention that I was amazed again this morning when I got up and I saw the subscriber count that had popped seemed to pop in overnight, and we're approaching, I think, 600 now. Yesterday, it seemed like yesterday I just said we were around 500. So between that and the wonderful comments and suggestions and all the nice things that folks are saying on there. And again, I try every morning during breakfast, I try to get out everything. And even here, when I'm in the Bahi Kupa, I'll hook the Wi-Fi up. And if I have an opportunity to answer those, I do. Well, anyway, my contractor's on site now, and my assumptions were correct. You see the wood right here. This is the wood that they cut at his father's house this morning, and I'm like, that's not 15 boards. And he's like, yeah, exactly. He said they had a brownout, which again, we have brownouts here all the time in the Philippines, and they had a brownout at 8 o'clock this morning. He said it affected all of Lipa City, and so this is all they got, and they're actually right now. I'm going to show you. Like I said, even when they don't have power or they have a challenge, they hit a block, but they actually go ahead and do things whatever way they do to continue the progress. So they're actually sawing out here. They're actually sawing out here manually to actually so that they can progress and continue on, and we don't have a slowdown in the work progress. At the same time, my builder also told me that he stopped by FABTABULOUS this morning, our electric company, where we submitted the request for the temporary electrical hookup, and they are scheduled today to come out and actually do the electrical connection. So we have to survive today without electricity until they come on. It'll probably be close of business or something like that. And if they get out here today, that's what they said, that's what's on their schedule. So optimistically today, possibly tomorrow. So. Good morning, how are you today? I'm glad you're here. So, bot elect has arrived. So, we might have electricity pretty soon. And we have light. I am very happy. We have electricity on site now. Thank you, FABTABULOUS, for coming out and getting us hooked up, and the folks from FABTABULOUS were very friendly and very helpful today. So anyway, my electrician just got with me, and he said he is going to run a power cable from the bunkhouse over here to Bahay land. So now I won't have to go. I've been walking at lunchtime. I've been walking to the clubhouse and plugging in over there and charging my laptop so I could actually get some work done here on site, because my battery only lasts, when you have all the devices connected into it, even though it's a new battery in my laptop, it only lasts about an hour, hour and a half, and I blow through that really fast. So this is a momentous occasion here at Villa FELIZ. Well, it's a little afternoon, and the crew's taking lunch right now, and I'm going to actually eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich here in the Bahay Kubo. Maybe do a little bit BK time here after I eat. Anyway, I just got a text message from Adrian and Connie, and they're on their way. There was a little mix-up with one of the routes that they were taking, or one of the jeepneys or something like that. I think they were going in the wrong direction, but I think they got it all figured out. And well, the jeepney that they're actually taking, it's not going to be the one that actually goes. There's one that actually goes 1 kilometer. If you go from San Juan and you come this way, there's a jeepney that goes all the way from San Juan, which is like an hour and a half south of here, and it goes all the way to SM Mall. It's a regular route. About every 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, is a jeepney that goes that entire route. And it goes right to the front of our subdivision, or not to the subdivision, but to the main street, where I walk from our subdivision out to the main street. And that's the one that you see me catching all the time, that I catch from the main street near P. Torrey's, or it's P. Torrey's when it goes into the city, but when it's a little further away, I think they call it National Highway or something like that. But I always catch the San Juan, and I'm like the last at the very end, and that's why it's always so full, because it's actually originating down in San Juan and going all the way to SM. So they weren't able to catch that one, so I think they said Batangas, but I think they meant Batangas City. And what it will do, it will probably catch the Star Tollway, or the big highway out there, and that's going to take them directly to SM. So I told them when they got to SM to catch a tricycle for the two of them, so it'll be the quickest way out here. I don't want to try to get them through to try to go to Robinson and catch the jeepney, even though it's cheaper. But it'll end up costing them about 200 pesos if they go from SM to our front gate, or right even here to the site. It'll be about 200 pesos. So, and that will be the most convenient thing. So it's a little after 12, like I said. So I don't imagine I'm going to see them probably for another couple hours. So I'm going to eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and like I said, maybe do some PK time. So anyway, I just got a message from Adrian and Connie, and they actually made it to SM. So they made it in record time. That's pretty good. I'm going to have to find out what transportation method they use coming up here. I thought it was going to be a lot later. So anyway, it's about, we'll see, it's almost 1 o'clock. And they're going to grab some lunch, and then they're going to head up here. So I expect to see them maybe in about an hour and a half. That's probably when I'll see them. So anyway, this is Bahay Kubo time. This is the crew's actually still resting over there, and there's nothing going on the job site right now. This is the time I would like to actually voice some things that I think about from time to time. And it might have something to do with things that subscribers say, or things that I observe, and things like that. So anyway, today what I wanted to talk about was preconceptions, because sometimes we have preconceptions about people, and it alters the way that we actually deal with different people that we know. And I want to give a couple of case in points. And one is my sister-in-law. When we were living in the U.S. and we were always talking with her over here, and she and actually when we visited her back in 1999, which was quite a long time ago, my sister-in-law, she lives in a very small, modest house, and she always had she collected everything. Anyway, I always wondered why she collected everything. Anything, it's paper bags or rubber bands or anything. And if you ever see her, and you've probably seen her in some of the videos with me. As a matter of fact, I did. I introduced you to her when she came onto the site about a week ago, which was the first time she got to see where we were at the level of construction that we're at. And she's always got her bag. She's got 2 bags that she carries around with her everywhere. And she is one of those kind of people that if you need anything anywhere, she has all these in her bag. She'll have like paper clips and paper that you need to write on, or it's like they just pop out of her bag that she carries with her everywhere she goes. And her house is like that as well. When you go to her house, she has everything. There's stuff stashed away. She saves everything. She doesn't throw anything away. And in the U.S., when we think of stuff like that, we think of, oh, these people are hoarders, and there's a negative connotation that comes with that. And some people in the U.S., when you have everything and you do this kind of thing, and you have the availability to resources and the conveniences, maybe there is a little bit of a condition that needs to be dealt with. But in the Philippines, when you're in the Philippines, when you are actually doing things like that, this is actually a way of life for some people. And what they do is they store things. Remember I said nothing is wasted in the Philippines. With the wood that we have here, with anything that they do on the building site, nothing really is thrown away if it has a potential for use later on. And one of my case in points I was talking about was my little sandwich box right here, which is basically when I got ice cream from Roy and Michelle's little convenience store that they have right there in Anilao. I'd actually thrown this in the trash can. And what I do is I segregate my glass and my plastics and my paper for the recycling. So and it was sitting inside there, and then one day when I started bringing sandwiches out to the Bahay Kubo here, I was like, oh, I don't have a sandwich box. And I got to thinking, again, what would I do if I were a Filipino? And immediately came to mind, oh, I have things that I've saved, and I actually hadn't saved that one. That was actually destined for the trash. So I went back I said, oh, I can use that. So I went back to the trash can, and I pulled it out, and I cleaned it, and now it's my daily, what I throw in my backpack with my sandwiches and my bananas. So that's what I'm saying about preconceptions. You shouldn't judge people because their paradigm doesn't fall in line with your paradigm. especially when you're in a different country and you know you're learning the culture of somebody else. So what you should try to do is you should try to learn the culture and understand why people do things the way they do. I'm gonna leave here in just a minute and meet up with Adrian and Connie up at the gate shack. I think they left about 15-20 minutes ago. I don't know. Sometimes it takes a little while to get here with the traffic. But before I start walking in that direction, I want to go back down in the pit for just a moment. Yesterday, you remember, towards the end of the video, I showed a critical part about when you're actually making the tie beam that goes inside the columns, and I was showing you how it's actually connected and how the stirrups around there, you have a bigger concentration of stirrups when it's connected up to the tie beam. I forgot to mention one thing, and let's go down inside the pit for just a moment, and I'll mention one other thing before we go to meet the pit. So what I wanted to show you here is where the connection of the tie beam is, where the tie beam goes into the column. Remember I showed you the stirrups around here. It's a higher concentration and the space closer than they are further on here. But what I failed to show you yesterday, it's important. You see here the way the additional bar is right here. You see the additional bar right here? So you have one, and then one in the bottom, the very far bottom, and then the one over to the opposite side right here. So if you look at it from here, it's going to be like this. You have one, and you have this one in the center, and then you have the other one on the other side of there, where you only have the two on the top. This is where you need the most support, is in this very bottom section right here for the flexing of the tie beam itself. You don't need it as much on the top as you do in this area right here. What you'll see, and it depends on the structural analysis, how much weight that you're going to have actually being pushed down on there. You'll see some like this one that has these. You'll see some that has, you'll have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 on the opposite side, and then one down the center, and that's all determined by the structural engineer based on the weight load of the structure that you're actually building. Let's get back up to the top and go see Adrian. Yeah, I just received a call from the front gate. Adrian and Connie are here, so I gotta get there pretty fast. Hey, good morning. Is this my guest here? Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Adrian.
Hi.
We made it.
Connie. Oh, it's good. I gotta get you. You just arrived here, so you made it okay. Hey, Errol, thank you so much. I told you, Errol would take care of you.
Huh?
He took care of you, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we're sitting here in the Bahay Kubo, and actually, can you see? My electrician is actually, he's hooking me up with electricity, and I'm gonna have I guess a light and everything inside there. Well, anyway, Adrian, we were just talking about drones, and I was telling him how I wanted to get a drone, but I wanted to get a really nice drone for all the high altitude shots of the construction and things like that. And I was letting him know, you know, I'd done some research, and like my dream drone is the DJI Phantom 4 Pro, and he's like, oh, and he pulls this out of his bag right here, and he's got, oh, you mean this one right here? So Adrian is actually gonna actually shoot some footage here, and I'm hoping that he'll give me some of the files. So, and this will actually be the first the aerial footage of Villa FELIZ in the early construction phases. So this is going to be fantastic.
Get out the sun so I can see the screen.
All right, don't chop off my head here.
Yeah, I just got to calibrate it first before it goes.
Yeah, you're right on. You look like a little kid with your little toy right there.
He likes toys, but I don't touch them.
Anyway, we're gonna close it up here today. The guys here have been working diligently all day long, and we've gotten a lot of progress done. You can see, you can actually see now. You see all the tie beams here, and we had almost nothing on this level back here. Well, they've actually completed all the tie beam for every one of the sections, and you can see remember I said we weren't going to be doing forms until today's Wednesday. I said maybe on Thursday. Well, they've already started the forms. You can see, putting them in place today. So we now have all the building material. We have the cement over there, and we got the gravel and the sands. So I expect, again, they're actually going to get all the forms inside the ground, and I expect by Saturday that we're actually going to be doing a pour, and that will be really exciting. And like I said, every time we do a pour, it's exciting.
Everything's exciting when you're having a house built or when you're building your own house.
Absolutely.
I can't wait till I start mine.
And Adrian and Connie, they're going to be doing the same. When are you guys going to be doing yours?
Probably a year's time.
Probably. About a year's time.
Yeah, year's time.
So he said he's going to come and he's going to pick my brain and learn from any of the mistakes that we're doing on this one right here, which I hope there's very few.
We're going to pick your brains. I'm not sure there'll be much in there. But
no argument there. So anyway, I'm going to walk these guys out to the front gate, and they're going to be making a left out there, and I'm going to be making a right in just a bit. And I want to thank these guys actually for coming and visiting me today. This was a great honor to have some more subscribers come. So anyway, I'll do a final close up when I get back to the house. So I'll see you back there.
Sometimes you do that.
oh yeah, we've done
There
that.
you can fit. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I got to come home to today. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I hope there's enough. Hold on. Only one, okay? One each. One, just one. So everybody gets one. One. Okay. Everybody, oh, you haven't got. Wait. Yeah, you got there one. That's okay. Okay. Oh, bye. You're welcome. See you later. And that's what makes my day. So anyway, I'm going to call it an end to what I will call a wonderfully successful day today, and a wonderfully surprising day today, and just a wonderful day. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff down at the job site. We got the tie beams. Looks like they're completed. We got forms going up around tie beams and some of the columns. We got electricity out on the site today, and thank you, Bottleneck, for coming out there and getting that taken care of. And we had the wonderful visit by our subscribers down in Lucena, and that was Adrian and Connie. And thank you so much for taking the time to come all the way up here and visit me and get to see the sights here at Villa FELIZ. So anyway, until tomorrow, which is going to be day 22. Day 22 already. Anyway, day 22, and tomorrow I think we're going to get most of the farm work done, which is tomorrow is Thursday. So we're approaching right towards the weekend, and we're going to get concrete poured by the weekend. So anyway, until tomorrow, this is going to be it for me on My PI Dream. If you enjoyed today's videos, please give a thumbs up, please share, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.